One of the most anticipated events of the year is just weeks away. The launch of Apple's new iPhone 14. Reports are it'll burst onto the scene in early September with an upgraded processor. The chip is believed, although not confirmed, believed to be ARM-based. Now, ARM is the largest chip architect in the world and is seen as a bellwether for the semiconductor industry, as it is the leader in providing the architecture upon which chips that go into wearables, the Internet of Things, gadgets, handsets, and now a lot of EVs and autonomous driving are based. And it just reported a record number of first quarter unit shipments from its partners with 7.4 billion ARM-based chips. Let's get more on this and the demand that's happening right now. In a Fox Business exclusive, ARM CEO Rene Haas is joining us. Rene, that's a big number, and I just like to always remind our viewers, is it 10 billion or more now? 10 billion ARM-based products are out there floating around in the world?
Well, our partner shipped 7.4 billion units in the first quarter, and since ARM's inception, I think it's over 230 billion units that have been shipped.
Okay, that's a little off there.
It's a big number. We're talking big numbers.
I remember when it used to be 100 billion, and now it's more than 200 billion. Tell me about demand at this point, because you heard Walmart, and they're warning that people are not buying electronics. They are just saving their money at the moment as maybe we head into a recession. I'd like to know your thought on that. But they said that people are opting out of buying discretionary items such as alarm, clocks, or who knows what, upgrading a new phone. What are you seeing?
Our business is really strong. We've diversified a lot, though, in the last few years. Automotive is a big sector. Cloud is a big sector. You mentioned Internet of Things. Those businesses are all really strong. We've heard some slowdown in some markets like PCs, like phones, but for ARM, what we're actually seeing is even in those devices, more and more processors are being used, more and more compute. So even in those markets, we're seeing growth. Generally speaking, we're seeing a lot of demand for compute. So our business, Liz, is really quite good.
Can you talk about pricing? A lot of people sometimes look at the microchip industry and say it's like a commodity. Depending on the weather, demand, the prices go up or down. Are you lowering any of your prices at this point?
What we're seeing is an increased demand for really all products. I can't comment too much on the pricing, but what I can say is there has been really an increased demand for all type of products, and supply has been really tight, as we all know. Some of the pockets look like they're seeing a little bit more supply, but I think that's classic semiconductor cycle, to be honest with you. I think the long-term secular trends are so good for our industry, and really you just have to look around the digitization of everything. There are electronics everywhere in our car, our homes, our work. You can't get away from it. So I think in the long term, the demand is going to be really strong for what we do.
Well, that's interesting that you mentioned cars. You have been at the forefront of really pushing ARM to stretch out its wings and go beyond just shoving things into electronics or smartphones. Talk about your autonomous vehicle push. And we just, as you know, had Motional CEO on. They're doing autonomous vehicle rides with Lyft in Vegas. So this seems to be starting to really be a thing. Is it?
It does. Cars are full of electronics, and cars are full of processors.
Yes.
Your instrument panel, it's full of processors. Your automatic brake system, your powertrain, everything that makes the car go. There's lots of processors now that move them. And now, as you see in the previous segment, when you talk about autonomous vehicles, the amount of processing required to actually have a car do self-driving is enormous. And it's also very real. I've taken a ride in one of these robotaxis. I know that you have. It was a safe experience. It was a very cool experience. And it also is the future. But it also takes a lot of compute capability. And also, Liz, it takes a lot of compute capability to be very efficient. These are mostly now going into electronic vehicles. These vehicles have batteries. These batteries are really primarily there to have the car go, not so much to do all the compute. But yet there is a lot of compute inside the car. So it is a real challenge for not only compute, but compute efficiency, which, as you know, is something ARM really spends a lot of time on.
On this trip that you took in your robotaxi, that was in San Francisco in, I believe, a GM Cruise. Tell me about the experience. You hailed it. Where did it come? Did you have to walk up to it? Just describe that for us.
Myself and Kyle Vogt, the CEO of Cruise, we took about a 9-minute drive through the streets of San Francisco. Sounds like an old TV show.
I remember it well.
It started out really cool. We hailed it via the app. The car showed up to our location, not at the wrong corner, not at the wrong side of the street, but really within 10 centimeters of where we were. And then off we went. The car was very safe. It followed all the rules, stayed in its lane, full stop signs, even had an intersection where there was one other car, and that car was also a Cruise robo-taxi, and they both politely waited for one another to cross. So it was very, very safe. I felt really at ease, to be honest with you, and I was convinced after that little ride, this is the future.
Let me ask you about the average car, whether it's internal combustion, EV, autonomous. What is the average number of ARM-based chips, if you could just throw out, an average, that are in a basic car these days?
Dozens and dozens and dozens of ARM-based chips. If you look at the instrument panel, there are lots of ARM chips that are basically doing the display, everything around that. The audio system, all that playback, that's ARM. The ECUs, the electronic control units, the power windows, everything that has to do with the brake chain, that's a lot of ARM inside. There are a lot. And there are a lot of our partners who provide these chips. I think, as you know, we don't build the chips. It's done through our partners. We have lots of companies that provide solutions there. But there are dozens and dozens and dozens, and only to be more. I could see in the future, hundreds and hundreds of ARM CPUs in the future. And that's really counting when you have to do these autonomous type systems. So needless to say, there is a lot of technology in automobiles.
We have a very, very aggressive investor audience watching right now. And I know you can't talk about when you would eventually extricate from SoftBank and IPO, but what kind of market conditions? Because they're sitting there hearing what you're saying and thinking, when this thing's a stock, I want to buy it. What kind of market conditions are you looking for to trigger the point where you say we're comfortable with IPOing?
I love to talk about ARM, Liz, and all the technology that we're in. The one thing I can't talk about today is the IPO, and it's really based on the timing of where we are in the process right now.
I totally understand that. One last question, and I know you also, classic me, I'm asking what you can't talk about, but Apple, of course, launching its new iPhone in September. Again, I know you don't talk about your particular customers, but as you watch the development of these smartphones, what do you see for the future of them, all of them?
Yeah, so one thing we see in all smartphones is just continued innovation. And by that, we mean still new products every single year, a lot of AI, a lot of machine learning. The smartphone has become our life, our digital wallet. I was at a conference last week where I had to show my vaccine card. Thankfully, it was on my smartphone. I could just pull it up real quickly. You're going to see more and more integration of AI and machine learning that just makes these devices smarter. I think also with augmented reality, glasses that pair up with your smartphone that will allow you to go walk through a city and maybe find out maps and such, not having to look down at your phone. So their innovation is not dead in smartphones, trust me.
No, and anybody who worries about any kind of recession knows you'll still be operating all of your Internet of Things and using what you have in your electronics run by semiconductors, many of them based on ARM architecture. Rene, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Rene Haas.